Welcome, welcome, welcome. What's going on, everyone? Today we're going to be doing rate my setups, or rate your setups actually. I'm going to be rating your setups. We're all going to be rating your setups. All of us together. Might do a Q&A later on as well, depending on how we're feeling. Is it too loud? Sorry. Tracy, welcome. Fresh Rinse, welcome. Alex, welcome. Tintin's welcome. First time watching the new intro. It's like watching the news channel. Oh, nice. Thanks. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Right then, so all you guys have got to do to take part, if you're in the Discord, just post pictures or videos of your setup inside the Discord. It's in the equipment and setups chat. That's where we're going to be looking. So if you go, oh, we've got some entries already. Nice. They're coming along. So if you go here, look, equipments and setups in the Discord, and post your pictures and videos there. That's a good place to, so that we can all see them. North Clean and Clear, welcome. DJ Daz, welcome. I'm a window cleaner, that's fine. We can do window cleaning setups. It doesn't need to be just pressure washing. It's no problem. The Bell of Shame. We don't do the Bell of Shame here. That's a PWS thing. Husky, welcome. Hello, Daz. You're right, mate. Daz, did you get your van fixed? I couldn't open that video the other day that you put in the chat about your there's some sort of device on the back door so that people can't get in, so that you can still lock the door or something. I couldn't open it. I'm gonna have a look now. Was it in Vans? I'm assuming you posted it in Vans. There it is. Hang on. Pressing too many buttons. My brain can't keep up.
This may be of interest to a couple of you if you've got a Sprinter
Or a Crafter.
I bought this little gadget on eBay. I'll stick a link in somewhere. But basically it just keeps your door open just a bit, but it's locked.
Ooh.
Everything else. Just a little bracket thing that clips in.
Oh wow, that's very clever.
Obviously I wouldn't recommend using this for like high security, but if you're working and you just want to ventilate your van, especially on these hot days,
We do need to do that.
and the door closes as usual.
That is a lovely idea.
And you can lock it, and there we go.
Oh yeah. It'd be nice if they did one of them for the side door.
If you've got a Sprinter,
That wouldn't make sense for the side door. We always have our side door open anyway, but that's a cool little gizmo. That is a very cool gadget. I'm going to send that to Kieran. He'll like to see that. Copy. Kiwi. Evening, Clive. Welcome. Game changer. How dare you. Turn the video up. That's as high as it goes, I'm afraid. Daz is just a very softly spoken man. It's on the ramp at the moment. Hopefully we'll be ready tomorrow. Nice. I am the Bell of Shame. I've got a universal one for my transit. Keeps the nice breeze through the van when the machine's running. Yeah, we like to open the back door as well, or at least one of the back doors, just to keep the air flowing through it. Even though our exhausts go out the bottom of the floor, I think it's still a good idea. Sponsorship opportunity. $20 million construction company recently built their own ERP system from scratch. I think I'm good, thanks. I think I'm fine. We get so many sponsorship opportunities for the most random things. Although, someone did send through one that was actually quite interested. I'm going to actually show you. because I thought it was quite cool. I forgot the name of the product now. We're going to be getting on to rate my setup shortly. Just give me a second, guys. Just 5 minutes. Christ. Which one was it? Sponsor up, paid collaboration. This one. Has anyone ever heard of Jackery? These things. I could potentially actually see myself using one of these. I think this is the reason we don't use like electric leaf blowers and stuff, because we've got no way of recharging the batteries in the van. But this could be, so they do, I've never heard of the company before, but they've offered to send me one and pay for a video, and they do solar powered ones. Oh, where's the solar powered ones? Solar generators, look at these. They've got like stackable ones. Does this look good to you guys or not? That was a little one. They do big ones as well. Oh, is this like a free ad for them? I'm sort of advertising their stuff already, aren't I? Do these look good or not? Because I've never looked at something like this before, but it's like a little silent generator. Oh my god. Thank you for subscribing, Lord Protector. Yeah, I don't know. Jackery are all the rage in van life community. Okay. So they've got a good reputation then. Might be something we look at. I think I could see myself using it. I can't say I've ever specifically reached out and looked at one. You know what I'm saying? It's always weird when you're promoting something to your audience that, like, if we don't already use it, like if it's not something we already use. I understand the idea of having a sponsor where it's like a product you've already been using before and you thoroughly, genuinely recommend it, but then when they send one to you and you've never used it before and now you'll recommend it to your audience, I don't know, it's a bit weird. I'm not sure how I feel about it. PWSAS have new fire extinguishers in, very small but have 100 seconds of usage time. Small investment but worth it. I'd like to look at those. Cool. There's only £8, Daz. Nice. What kind of area are you men living in? I leave all the doors and windows open with the keys in the van. It's one way of doing it. Definitely one way of doing it. We often do the same, actually, to be fair. It's not that bad around here. I've got Jackery for gutter vacuum. Shame they didn't sponsor me. Would have saved me £1,500. They do a gutter vacuum. Really? They got you as seen on YouTube, Smelt. They got you. What do you mean? I can run 2 motors on the shadow vacuum with it. Okay. Cool. Well worth having one in your van. I use mine to charge the window cleaning battery setup. Okay. Also powers a fridge, freezer and an air fryer in the van. That's a nice idea. It'd be nice to fit out your van with like a little kitchen compartment, wouldn't it? Can't put it too close to the bathroom compartment, the toilet compartment. EcoFlow are better output if you're using high wattage like the gutter vacuum. Okay. I have put a photo in the Discord of the new extinguisher. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Remember, we're doing Rate My Setup in the Discord. If you want to share some photos or videos of your setup, of your van, or your car, or whatever you're using, stick it in equipment and setups in the Discord, and we'll all go through it together, and I suppose we'll do a vote on it. Oh, Clive's put a nice picture of us all, look. Oh. Me, Clive and Finchy. The boys. Oh my god, that is small. That's what she said. Look at this. Look at the girth on that. It's tiny. That can. You said that can do 100 seconds of output. Is that like? Is it big enough? Like I'm talking volume. Like I could piss for 100 seconds if I forced it through slowly enough. No idea what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? It's the flow that matters, isn't it? Surely, when you're trying to put out a fire. Like if it just comes out like a little misty dust. A dusty mist. No? Oh, they've got you. They asked you to look at it now. They can claim it as seen on YouTube. I see. I've got a toilet and a sink in the van too. Mills, is this your work van? Mills, we need to see it in the equipment and setups. I don't think you've posted yet. Prove it to us. If this is your work van, I'll be very impressed. If you've got a toilet and a sink in your work van. Phil says, new to the channel, just starting my power washing journey. I know it's late in the season, but taking the risk, nice. Can you recommend what chemicals I should start with? Thanks in advance. It's always a tough one because I would like to give like a disclaimer to say before you go out and buy a bunch of chemicals, you should go out and seek out the proper training. The health and safety side of it is way more important than just sort of knowing what to use in the first place, I think. I suppose that the most common ones we use are sodium hypochlorite for most surfaces. Although there are probably 30-40% of the surfaces we come across aren't actually sodium hypochlorite compatible. Back 50 and DDAC biocide. That's another one we use very often. But again, you want to do your research with regards to the health and safety, what sort of PPE you're going to need. It's not something you can just start slinging around. You've got to know what it's compatible with, and you've got to know how it can affect you and how it can affect plants and animals and children and all that sort of stuff. So those are the two big ones. We also use a lot of TFR, some degreasers, some hydrochloric acids and stuff. So hypo's the main one, but I would be remiss if I didn't give you that disclaimer alongside it, especially if you're new to the industry as well. So make sure you get proper training. When I say proper training, there is no required proper training in this industry, apart from like if you're going to start slinging weed killer around, you need a license to do that. But everything else you can do pretty much unlicensed. When I say proper training, what I mean is just do some research. And if that means, you're already a member of our community, if that means asking questions in the Discord to confirm what you think you already know, that's also a good way of doing it, I would say, because everyone in the Discord can point you in the right direction as well. We've got a lot of professionals in our Discord that are fully capable of being able to talk you through the risks and surface compatibility and all that sort of stuff. When's the new soft wash video coming out? That would have been an easy one to record this week, but I'm currently working on a Blockmagic video at the moment. I could show you a sneak peek, but I'm not gonna. I sort of got halfway through it last night and just thought, I'm so tired, I'm not going to finish this, so it's not going to be out by Monday, unfortunately. But it is what it is. I'm not going to rush it. It just is what it is. I've got so much stuff, so much footage, so many pictures that I'm just not posting. I think about posting all this content, and something at the moment is stopping me from doing that, and I don't know what it is. So once I get over that, I think it's like a perfection thing. Like, I've set the bar quite high for myself, and now I don't want to post anything that to me is like mid or like subpar, and so I'm just not posting anything, which obviously isn't the way to do it. So yeah, it's one of them. Loads of submissions coming into the equipment and setups chat, which is good to see. Very good to see. We'll get on that in a minute. I've got 2 of those fire extinguishers. I think we've all been fed the same Facebook ads. 15-year shelf life, no annual checks, and it's bigger than it looks. I've got a bucket with a Tesco bag around it. We haven't even got the bag. We've just got the bucket. Planning on doing the Pro Seal course. You might mean Pure Seal. Does pet safety come into it? The Pure Seal course, probably. I would have thought so, yeah. Do I buy a full van setup with hot water or cold water setup? Mick, it depends on what work you intend to do. Hot water is fantastic for graffiti removal, oil stain removal, paint removal, chewing gum removal, roof cleaning. Some people love their steam on a roof clean, although other people say it gets very difficult to see what you're actually doing. Like, sometimes roof cleaning, seeing what you're doing when the sun's in your eyes can be a challenge anyway, let alone when you've got clouds of steam everywhere. So, I mean, I think if you're steam cleaning a roof, you'll still put the biocide on there as well. So I just don't see the point in steam cleaning a roof and biociding, whereas you could just clean a roof with cold water and biocide and achieve the same result. You know what I mean? So unless you intend on doing like commercial, like walkways, or like low pressure, heritage property restorations. So when you're like low pressure cleaning some sandstone or some limestone or very delicate surfaces, that's where steam really comes into play. But for everyday, day-to-day pressure washing, I would argue that steam, hot water, is unnecessary. Hot take. Happy to be challenged on that. I think if you're using the chemicals like we're using them, the hypo, the biocides, the degreasers, I mean, it would help on oil stain, I would imagine. Oil stain removal, it would help. But other than that, everything else, day-to-day residential cleaning, I don't think we need steam, to be honest. It just takes up extra room in the van. You know what I mean? It would be nice to have nice toasty mittens on a cold winter's day when you've got hot water running through your lance. That would be nice. Other than that, no challenge, just agree to disagree. I mean, Clive, if you can come back with any rebuttals to any of those points I've just made, any other benefits that you can see to everyday residential cleaning where you think steam really helps, I am all ears. Hello, Baz. I've been well, thanks, mate. Been very well. Baz, are you still working for, was it Baz or Chelt that works for a pressure washing business? Which always, every time I saw his name, I think it's Chelt, it might not be you, Baz. Every time I saw him, I thought, curious that an employee has become part of like this community. I could understand a business owner being part of like a pressure washing community, but an employee of a business, actively involving themselves in their work area. It's like me. It's like me working for Aldi and then joining the Aldi Facebook forums so I can figure out more of what's going on in the industry. I don't know. Everyone that doesn't have Steam says that. Really, Dusty? Dusty, I'm intrigued. Dusty, tell me what I'm missing. Do you get better sausage? Rich, do you get better sausage? That's not what I meant. Rich, welcome. Rich, we missed you on Saturday. I think we were supposed to see you on Saturday, but not to worry. We'll do it again soon. Dusty, I'm intrigued to know how Steam improves your day-to-day cleaning on residential work. I have a boiler, but I'm too tight to put diesel in it. Yeah, I think that would be me, to be fair. I'd use it once and then I'd just never use it again, and it would take up so much space in the van. I've actually been offered boiler setups from 4 different suppliers now. They've offered to do them for free for me, and I've politely declined all of them. That's not a flex, that's just that's how little I want Steam. Yeah, I'm the same guy. I work for a cleaning company, mainly the hated window cleaning side, but we do gutters, render and jet washing. I like watching because you can pick up tips and tricks. See, that's odd to me as an employee of someone else's business that you're still seeking out tips and tricks to help improve your work. That must mean you're a very good employee. You're going above and beyond to do your research to make yourself better. As an employee of someone else, that is strong. We're going to get into Rate My Setup soon, so if anyone wants to get involved, you can post pictures or videos of your setup inside the equipment and setups chat in the Discord, and we're going to start going through them soon because there's quite a few. The chat is going to help me vote on, do we do out of 5 or out of 10? I don't know how best to do this. This is annoying now. It tells me to sign into chat, but I'm already signed in. All messages sent will appear publicly. I'm signed in. I'm literally signed in. So why can't I type in that? Nary a worry. We crack on regardless. I've been there 20 years. I'm basically like Jakey, but I haven't been to Australia. Right, Dusty has responded. Steam cleaned a sandstone house last week. Tried it with cold. Didn't shift much steam. Sorry, didn't shift much. Full stop. Steam just completely changed the results on the day. We'll add a video in Discord. So presumably, if you're steam cleaning some sandstone, you're going to probably treat it with hypo afterwards. Before or after. I would argue that if you light pressure wash with cold water and then did that same hypo treatment afterwards, the results will look identical. Unless you're not treating it with hypo afterwards and you're satisfied with the result that you get from the steam. Because if you are satisfied with just steam and you don't need to use hypo, that's impressive. If you're getting rid of like black spots and like deep ingrained algae, you're able to do it at a much lower pressure. That's impressive. Soft wash before, then steamed, then biocided. So you've used hypo first, then you steamed it, then you biocided it. Honestly, I would argue that you'd get the same result with cold water. Surely. Tidy jet washing, welcome. Surely. No? %, people think it's easy and it's not at all. True. Clive said, did a block paved drive and left white lithium behind, put the steam on it and cleared the lot. No need for hypo, so save money and time. Is steam... They didn't, I've got video proof. Okay. Is steam going to get up like black spots and stuff? Say you've got them really spotty Indian sandstone slabs that you get. Or a block paved driveway. You've got black spots that would ordinarily need hypo. Is steam getting them up? Let's be honest. Surely chemicals are cheaper than diesel. Clean your dishes with cold water. Tell me what works better. Yeah, I understand that argument, but we're not cleaning dishes, are we? We're cleaning ground surfaces that have been sat outside for years. I understand, like, hot water and a bit of washing up liquid loosens grime and debris from your dishes. I understand what you're saying. It's a different type of dirt. It's ingrained weathering. I don't know. It's different. It seems different to me. Anyway. I got a new one to be rated. We're posting these in the Discord. That's the best way. I know it looks like you might not be a member, but we're posting these inside equipment and setups in the Discord, and then we're going to rate these together in just a second here. If it's really bad, then I will need hypo, wash it after, but it does remove black spots. It saves time. Time is money, and the small cost for the diesel balanced out. Hypo and steam removes years old algae. But so does hypo alone. Okay, I suppose the one use case, a good use case that I can think of straight off the bat is if you've got like a delicate, like a honed sandstone or like a limestone, and you've got that deep ingrained black spots. You can't use hypo on limestone. If you use biocide, it's going to take months to disappear. Can you use steam on that at low pressure, not etch it, and remove the spots? Because if so, that could be a great argument for it. Are you too tight to buy a hotbox? Not at all. I just said, like, I've been offered 4 and I've turned them all down because I just don't want to take up the space in the van. I'd rather have like a nice soft washing setup in the van. I can never find a good spot for this microphone. Is that okay? That seems alright, doesn't it? That's fine. Can you hear me okay? You can hear me fine. It's fine. Right. Let's have a look. Let's have a sticky beak. Oh, that's a better way of doing it. That's what I'm going to do from now on. Cool. Your DIY pressure washer buffer tank, £89. Need a pump to feed your high pressure cleaner. Need a pump to feed your high pressure cleaner. Did your buffer tank need a pump to feed your high pressure cleaner? A pump. I'm not sure what you're saying, Gasper. Sorry, mate. My boss has just bought a new hotbox that is on wheels. Take it in and out when required. See, that seems more of a faff. I'll never use that. I'm less likely to use that. If it's built onto the machine, I might fire it up every now and again. But if I have to pull it out of the van, hook it up to the machine, and turn it on and wait for it to... Nah. Sorry. Not for me. Tintin, have you put your spec? Oh, that's someone else's spec. Okay. Right. We have our first setup. Sophie Michi, may I have a coffee, please, my darling?
Just go to make one.
Oh, thank you. Can I have my nice blue cup and not that pink one, please? And can I have a wagon wheel and a Rocky, please?
Yeah.
Thank you. Right. Can I make the chat bigger? I can. Bottom line is, it's not always used. I agree that There are times it's not needed, but I'd rather have steam than need it and not have it. I understand. She's a keeper, she is. That's why I married her. Right. Our first contestant. No, you're not a contestant. How are we doing this? Are we competing for anything? We can't compete because people have got different levels of... They're at different stages in their business. Some people have got more money, some people have got less. Like, the investment's different. We can't give a prize to the person who's got the best setup because they might have just spent the most money on it. So I don't think that's fair necessarily. Could do most unique setup. Maybe do a prize for that. Has anyone got any ideas of what we can do? How we can do this? Or happy just to rate them? I'm easy. I am easy. What? Okay, I'm ready. Pick my Steam machine as a winner. I'll PM your address the prize. Where did you put that video of your Steam? Did you put it in the... Ooh, Drifting Souls. That is nice. What a transformation, mate. That's a lovely one. I like that you're doing the window as well. Oh yeah. That picture speaks 1,000 words, doesn't it? What an image for your leaflet. Lovely. Phil, thanks for watching. When it gets a custom status on Discord for 1 week. I like that idea. Can't upload it, it's too large. That's what she said. Link in the chat for the Discord, please, dude. I'm sorry, it is. If you go here and then go, oh, there should be a join button. You have to pay. It is what it is. If you go on my channel, it's there. It's on the main description. It's under every video. There's a join link under every video. I know Seeders is free, but you have to pay for this one. Sorry. Upload it unlisted on YouTube. Good idea. Right. Okay, let's get going. Right. First one is Alex. Oh, Rich has posted his as well. This is going to be fun. This is going to be fun. I'm excited for this. Right, Alex. Stripe. Starting off strong with the cones. I like the cones. We've only recently, you'll be surprised to know, we've only recently invested in a couple of cones. And I've stapled a trip hazard sign to our cones because I couldn't find a trip hazard cone that was orange. Very annoying. I'm very particular about our branding and stuff. Even though my logo still looks like it's been drawn by a 3-year-old, I'm very particular. It's got to be orange. Starting off strong with the cones. Alarm bells are ringing, I'll be honest. Alarm bells are ringing. We've got the hose lock. We've got the hose lock hose reel. These are a nightmare. Do you know that inlet, or sorry, the outlet, that hose lock outlet is a different size to the ones that you screw onto the tap? Why have they done that? Just to be awkward. I'm seeing a 12.5mm hose pipe, and for any of you guys that have been doing this for a while, you might already know the 19mm or the 3/4 inch hose is far superior for filling up your buffer tanks. You get much more potential flow. You can sometimes fill your buffer tanks in half the time. So just keep that in mind. Pressure washing in progress, trailing hoses. I like that. Have you had that cone printed? Has someone done that for you, or have you found that online? I think that's a good cone. A very good cone. 1 point, -1 point. So you're back to 0. We've got the sign written van. Nice logo, nice and friendly. I like it. Very friendly, very approachable. I like it. Who's the dog? Is that your dog? Is Stripe your dog? You've got a new dog, haven't you? We met your new dog last week. Right, Alex. We have a buffer tank strapped into the back of your van. Perfectly fine. We have the inlet going into the top. It's going into the top. My dog's going ham. We've got the inlet to the pump going up and over into the top of the buffer tank. Is this something I'd recommend for long-term use? Potentially not. You're essentially starting your machine dry every single day. Whereas, I mean, there might be a little bit of residual water inside. Tidy Jet Washing has become a member. He can now post in the Discord. Thank you so much, very kind sir. Welcome on in. You're potentially starting your machine dry every single day because you've got to wait for that 5 to 10 seconds of purging to happen for your pump to suck all that water up and over the top of the tank before it starts to flow into your machine, and then you've probably got loads of air bubbles in there that it's trying to push out and replace with water. It's trying to replace all that air with water. So what I'd suggest instead, in my opinion, Alex, you're a member. I don't know if you're a boosted member or a circle member, but I uploaded a video here, this one here, for members only. I think it's all members. It might be all members. I'm not too sure. You might find this video interesting because this shows you how I set up my buffer tank. I pull a siphon to pump by disconnecting the cam lock before starting the pump. Understood. Okay, that's a good idea. So you disconnect it down here on this little thingy-majiggy, and then are you sucking it? Are you on a suction hose? I pull a siphon to pump. How are you pulling a siphon? Are you sucking the end of the hose to like clip it in and get it going? Interesting. Either way, we're chocked in with some blocks of wood. Nice looking pressure washer, an Evolution pressure washer. Not sure what the spec is on this. Maybe people should post their specs. I think regardless of the specs, I'm less interested in the specs of the machines and more interested in how people have organised their equipment. I think that's the bit I find exciting. This is the stuff I lose sleep over. How sad is that? That's a nice compact setup, you know. Very compact. It's a tall tank. You've got the ability here to pull the machine out when you need it. So you can disconnect all this and pull it out within minutes, which I like. So if there's not enough hose on this reel, so I'm assuming you've got like 50, that's twin wire hose, isn't it? I'm assuming you've got 50, 60 meters on there. 50 meters maybe. I think these reels are designed for 50 meters. Anyway, the wheelie bins break if you drill the bottom. That's why I put the hose on top. Did someone tell you that? Because I've heard people spouting that quite often. I've only seen it happen once, and that was because it got kicked. It didn't happen to mine. 40 meter hose. Okay. I'd consider putting it in the bottom. I really would. Just so that your machine's just automatically primed every day. You don't need to worry about doing that every day. I think your machine's going to work. It's not going to have to work as hard. You see them break online. Okay, I mean, if your setup's like neatly stacked into the corner of the van like this, and you find a good spot, maybe between the two back wheels or something, where it's going to be protected, I think it's a good idea personally. But thank you so much.
Can I ask you a question?
Is it going to be a derogatory question where you're going to set me up for failure and tell me how?
First of all, can I shut the door?
Oh yeah.
You're very loud. What's all wrong with that? And second of all, I bet you haven't thought about the fact that you need my car tomorrow for Cody's injections.
I haven't.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got a car show booked tomorrow.
But I don't know if it's a good idea to reschedule because she's still...
Still not very well, is she? I'll reschedule. Good idea. Yeah, I don't want to take Coda in my car. Not to the vet.
She's still going.
Oh, she's still bad?
Yeah.
Our dog's got a bit of a runny bum. She had a runny bum last night. She's still got a runny bum today. Thank you, Soph. Love you. Right then. I like it. It's a very efficient setup. This very efficient, very versatile. You can pull it in and out. So if you run out of 40-meter hose and you need to get around the back of the property, you can just whip this bad boy out and away you go. I like it. Nice tidy van. Has this got all your equipment in it? I mean, obviously not your pressure washer, but this has got all your equipment in it. Okay. I mean, yeah, this is what it always looks like, isn't it? This is what happens. Even with our van today, like we've got a big Sprinter, and ours looks like this. It's just there's just stuff, and it's hard to find places to put stuff. We've got so many different pieces of equipment. Now the routing on this, this hose is interesting. So this is your fill hose, and this is going into probably the side of your. That's going to go into the side of your hose reel. So you don't have to take that in and out of the van anymore. You can just presumably is that bolted down now? You can just pull it out maybe. I'd be careful with stuff like this because this is actually going to restrict your flow. So if your gravity having the hose going, like, you know, sometimes you'll pass it up and over a fence. That can have an impact on your flow, especially if your customer's got low water pressure. So I'd be careful having it routed all the way up like that. Right then, I'm in the Discord as Fish Fingers. Okay. Can't find where to upload the photos. You need to connect this YouTube account that you're on now. Connect your YouTube account. It's all in there. If you read the rules, it's all in there. And it will show you how to do it. It's very quick. Once you've connected your YouTube account, you'll be able to see the entire Discord then. Right. Alex's setup. We're going to put a vote in the chat. We're going to put a poll. A poll. Let's do it out of 5. Alex Stripe setup. This is going to be 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, we can't do. We can't do any more than that. That's cool. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, highest number is the best. Lowest number is the worst. The worst, I don't like the idea of calling it the worst, but we'll start the poll in the chat. Can I vote on this poll? Am I allowed to vote? Oh, I'm not allowed to vote. So 4 being the best it can possibly be, or 4 being like you like it the most, 1 being you don't like it so much. So we're taking into account the sign writing. We've got the cones out there. We've got the buffer tank. I mean, for the stage in business that you're at, we should give a bit of context. Alex has only been going for a couple of months, since February, I think he's been going. And to have this sort of gear already, smashing out the jobs, I think is a massive achievement. So regardless of what the vote says, I think you're doing cracking, mate. It gets worse. I put a photo of the back. Oh, we've got to check out the back. Here's the. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, I mean this looks very familiar. Very familiar to us. Do you hate this ladder standoff as much as I do? I hate our ladder standoff. I can't join in. Cheeky listen while on the evening walk. Nice. Cedars, welcome. Oh man. If I pull up this poll, can you guys see it on screen? I'm going to pull out my poll. I had it earlier. Poll. Oh, you can! I'd like to change the width of it, if possible. 15 votes. Time elapsed. Manage poll. Fade time. Well, this is nice, isn't it? I like that you can see that. There's just no good place to put it, is there? And I wish the text was just all bigger. It just looks a bit... And you can't even see number 1. That's just not very good, is it? Yeah, well, let's get rid of that. Because you can see it in the chat. You can see it in the chat. Right then. Alex's... Can you guys change your vote? Like, now that I've showed you the back, can you change your vote if you wanted to? He's got the new gutter vacuum systems generator. He's got the Parker brand leaf blower. He's got two blue backpacks there from CleanLink or from eBay, wherever you decide to get them. We've got masks floating around. We've got gutter vacuum bags. We've got some sort of tent. He's got a tent in there as well. Just in case he wants to go camping. He's got bare chemicals, just loads of chemicals floating around. He loves it. He absolutely loves it. I think we could be utilising some of this space up top. I know you've got your pole up there. I think we get some racking in there. I think we kit out the sides of the van and get some stuff hung up. Maybe get some pole holders or something for your vacuum poles. Maybe from the roof. That might look good. What do you do in the winter when you can't clean? We still clean roofs and gutters and stuff. That's our main source of income. You can't change your vote. Okay, interesting. We're going to end the poll. Why is 4 floated to the bottom? So, out of 17 votes, Alex, apparently your van is mid to average. It's 65% of people chose number 3, which I'd agree with. I would agree with. One person chose, 12% chose number 1. Interesting. Shame these are anonymous. Throwing shade at Alex there. Happy with that. Cheers, lads. I want a better way of scoring, because 4, 3, 2, 1 doesn't really work for me. It's not very good. We need to make it clearer. How do we make that clearer? I can only do 4 options. Excellent, good, average, poor. Let's do that. Should we do that? Excellent, good, average, poor, or I don't want to slate people too much with poor. If people choose poor, that's not very nice, is it? Anyway, let's move on. Perfect, good, bad, ugly. Ugly, I like that. I like that. Perfect, good, bad, ugly. Or excellent, good, bad, ugly. Maybe we'll do that instead. I like it. The van signage needs to be changed. So this is Tintin's setup. He's linked a YouTube video. Van signage needs to be changed. As for the pressure washer, that was actually free. My neighbour put it outside as broken, and he was giving it away, so I took it and repaired it myself. Lasted a year, but it don't start anymore. Time to upgrade. Right, let's get into it. Tintin's van sign writing needs to be changed. I would agree. Interesting. This is difficult, you see, because I've been through all these sorts of designs for logos and stuff. We've done some mock-ups for like gutter clearing and things. In fact, I can show you the one I came up with, which I was quite proud of actually. It was in Icons. Quite proud of this logo personally. I think that's quite good as far as gutter clearing logos look. I think that's not bad with regards to creativity, sort of using the text to portray the image. Loads of room for improvement, but I think it's simple. I'm not sure if people will understand what's going on here. I think the use of the U works well with the gutters. I've been through all this with trying to find a good way of laying out like a gutter clearing logo, and it's very difficult. The website and the van don't work anymore. No worries. I mean, we start somewhere and then we make improvements, don't we? It's like one of the first things you want to do is get your sign writing done on the van, but it's so early in the business, you might not have got everything sorted out yet. You don't even know what services you're offering sometimes, but you want your sign writing on the van, so you just list a load of services that you think you might be offering, and then you find out that you hate doing conservatories, you hate doing window cleaning. I'm speaking about no one in particular. Hate conservatories, hate window cleaning, hate gutters, faces and soffits, but they're like in the middle of your van sign writing, so you end up having to pick them off and start all over again basically. I've been there. So we have a Citroen Berlingo by the looks of it, and oh Jesus, you've gone for the biggest vacuum you can find, paired with the smallest van you can find. So that's a nice pairing there. So the vacuum is taking up the majority of the room. We've got, what is that hanging from the roof there? Is that some sort of, oh, it's a bungee cord. I thought that was like a Chapin sprayer lance, one of them brass Chapin sprayer lances. Just signed, Jake, think it's linked correctly. Just signed. Get fit for life. Not sure what you're saying, mate. Just signed? I don't know. We've got vacuum hose bloody everywhere because that's fun. That's a fun thing to do. We've got vacuum poles hanging from the roof, just free hanging. I bet the internals of your van rattle so much. That's fine. Is my microphone peaking? Or I'm going to move the microphone away over there. The microphone's going there. Vacuum poles just flopping around everywhere, and they're going to be clanging like there's no tomorrow. They're going to be absolutely loving it back there. The toolbox isn't even flat. The toolbox is the flattest, most stable thing. And even that's on its arse. Signed up to be a member. Sorry, sorting the kids out. No worries, mate. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I've not got the notification come through yet, but thank you. Appreciate you. We've got a couple of little bits of chemicals. We've got some pink stuff down there. Is your pink stuff for your faces and soffit cleaning? Oh, okay. Thank you. Appreciate you. I mean, this is just the second picture. I'm sure there's still so much. We've got windows. We've got a windowed Berlingo. I don't know where to start with this, to be honest with you, Tintins. I didn't have time to tidy it up. This sounds like an excuse that my children would give, Tintins. This is someone who is making do with what they've got, with the space that they've got. But this is someone who needs a slightly bigger van, I think. I reckon, what I will say, if you had a slightly bigger van, I reckon it'll still look like this. I don't see any attempt at organisation. The vacuum's on its arse. Your toolbox is on its arse. Those could be flat. Those could be so easily. You can't just throw it in. No, you can't. You can't. I disagree there, Alex. This is a shocker for me. This is a shocker. And this is just a view from the driver's seat, presumably. We've got a bunch of pure water here. Tintins, is gutter clearing your main business, or are you doing pressure washing as well? I can see you've got the pressure washer in there. You've got the Evolution pressure washer in there. Are you mainly doing... You're doing everything, aren't you? You're doing the pressure washing, the gutters, the fascia soffits. You've got pure water barrels for your windows. This is chaos. We've got a 2x4. No idea what that means. People always say that. I have no idea what it means. But you've got a 2x4 going across here. Ratchet strapped in place. You've got a ratchet strapped 2x4. Could be a 3x2. We don't know. And then you've got cable tied. You've got some sort of gutter. You've got a downpipe cable tied to it for you to put your pole into. I mean, I'm sure it all works. I'm sure it works fine. It's just an eyesore, isn't it? You've got a lawnmower down here. We're mowing grass as well. Death in a head-on smash. The van's probably overweight. It probably is. It probably is. My OCD can't cope. This isn't Alex, by the way. Get fit. This is Tintins. My Sprinter looks like that most of the time. It's a bit tidier than the picture I sent. This is crazy. We've got a YouTube video. We've got a video. We're going to watch the video. Hang on. How? Okay. Are we ready? Not a lawnmower, it's a pump box. It's a lawnmower. I know a lawnmower from a mile away. That was a lawnmower.
Gutter vac.
Massive gutter vac.
This is Kayam. I've had it. No.
We don't say that word on this stream. Can we ban Tintins from the Discord and kick him from the YouTube chat?
About
Continue.
6 years.
It's lost its arse off the frame, that's why. Ours has done exactly the same, you know. Down there, our gutter vacuum systems 3600 looks pretty much exactly the same on that frame, to be fair. It looks like the same bit of kit, to be honest. It's come off there and it won't go back on. And now that bit of the frame is broke as well. So low rider.
This is Kayam. I've had it.
Dented as well. Big old dent in the side of it.
Pressure washer. That's going to be changed soon to the Alpha A2, hopefully. All my bottles of water. Water pump set up.
I told you it was a water pump. I told you I could spot a water pump from a mile off. I'm curious to see what that looks like, actually. Is that a custom one, or is that something you bought?
52mm hose. Don't get one of these. It's cheap. It's cheap for a reason. It's really, really stiff and horrible. All my poles up there.
That is wild. The poles at the top is wild to me. That is a rattle fest. That is an absolute rattle fest.
45-foot carbon fibre pole.
I like the big goosey you've got on that pole. What's that big long goosey? And what's the use case for that goosey? That big 90-degree or big extended goosey. You've got 4 jets coming into your brush as well. I'd like 4 jets coming out of my brush, but I don't know if we've got the flow behind it to make it worthwhile. Why the long goosey?
Oh, with the brush, amazing brush that is. And got another one for
amazing brush, but you haven't told us the name of it. That's -1 point. That looks like the Gardener 26-inch medium soft ultra.
amazing brush that is. And got another one for gutter soffits and fascias.
That's the Gutter Vacuum Systems one, I think, by the looks of it.
Some chemicals, pump.
Can we do a rate my socks? Oh, we've got some little ankle socks. I could do some little ankle socks, because in this heat, the only socks I've got go halfway up to my knee, and they're too long. And I could do with some little ankle socks like you've got. So if you could send me a link to those socks, that'd be great. Or just send me your socks, that'd be great.
Pump, extras.
Absolute toolbox thrown in the corner, totally on its arse. That is wild to me. The lid's wonky. Look at the lid.
Pump, extras. That's my setup.
I'm going to let you guys decide. We're going to create a new poll. Tintin's rate. Tintin's setup. And we're going to go, what did we say earlier? Excellent. Good. What did Alex say earlier? Good, bad, ugly. Excellent, good, bad, ugly. Right, vote. I think I know what's going to happen. I think I know what's going to happen. His brain can't cope with this disorder. Jake's glitching. What do you mean I'm glitching? Is the stream glitching out? I'm sorry. What's your entry price for gutter clearing? £45 per side. If I'm just doing the front, I'll quite happily do a £45 minimum charge, to be honest. If it's literally just rocking up, doing the front of like a terrace house or whatever it might be, 45 quid's fine for that, because it'll take 5 minutes. I sent you my details to be added onto the members map. Can you please add me? DM to your Discord. I can send you the link. What I'll do is members sheets keep note. I've got a members map. Please fill out this form. There we go. I knew I saved it somewhere. I'm going to check your liability just to make sure you're insured so that we can add you onto the members map. Jamie. 10 reviews on Trustpilot. Let's just confirm that and corroborate. You do indeed have 10 reviews on Trustpilot. 4.4 stars. Wait, why? Why is it 4.4 when all of your reviews are 5 stars? Why does it say that? Why does it say that? 4.4. Oh, you can't see. 4.4 stars. You start off with a balanced score. Oh, so you can't just go in with 5 stars. You've got to work your way up to 5 stars. So the more 5 stars you get, the more chance you've got of getting 5. So you've not quite got enough to put it as a 5-star, but even though all your reviews are 5 stars. That's crazy. Weird. I'm trying not to share any of your information. I understand you've sent me that and trusted me with it. So let me just check your liability. $10 million. Lovely. Thank you, Jamie. I'll send you the link, and you can fill out the form, attach your logo, and we'll get you added onto the members map. Our kid, our matey peeps. Right. Oh, I'm already seeing 40% of you think that Tintin's setup is ugly, and that's the majority of you, unfortunately. Tintins, you've not fared well. This might be a wake-up call for Tintins, unfortunately. Don't start making excuses now, Tintins. He says it was 3 weeks ago. I've got a photo of what it was like 3 weeks ago. We've got a new photo submission from Tintins, apparently. I didn't know we could do that. I didn't know we could do multiple submissions because you weren't happy with the first one. Okay. 46% of you say Tintin's setup is ugly, and only 18% say excellent. I don't know where those excellent votes have come from. What's the members map? Get Fit for Life. Let me blow your mind. Inside the Discord, let me show you something. Inside the Discord, in the new members area, go onto the members map. This explains how the members map works, and how you can get your details on there. If you go onto my website and go onto contact, my customers, if I'm not nearby and they want someone local, instead of messaging me and having to pay me 450 to 500 quid to come and travel out to them to do a job, they can simply scroll down to the members map and get one of you guys to do it for them. So these are all the people that have been verified, they're insured, they've got 10 5-star reviews, they're part of the Discord, they've all been added onto the members map, they're part of our community, and you can go on here, and my customers have full access to this. So this was internal before, this was just for us in the Discord. There's about 100 people, 100 contractors on the members map. None of my customers could see it. This was just for us, so that we could like share work. Like if we got a lead over in Manchester, I'd find someone in Manchester to do the work for me. We could bring in local help. We could have a look on the members map to see if there's anyone nearby who are part of the community that can come out and give me a hand with a job. Very useful internally, but now it's also going to be visible to the customers. And providing you fill out your information properly on the little form that I send you, you'll have your logo show up on the map. All these different logos here. I'd like them to be bigger. I don't know how to make the logos bigger. But if we go on Daz's, for example, we've got his logo, we've got a nice splash image, we've got his phone number, his website, and we've got all the services that he offers. You can also link this to a Google account if you've got a Google account. So that's a good way of doing it as well. Most people don't have their Google accounts linked here, but if anyone specifically wants their Google account linked, instead of me typing in like a postcode Some people don't want people to know where their van's parked overnight, and so I've said you can either give a postcode, you could give like a town or whatever it might be, or you can give me like your Google link. Doesn't really matter. Anyway, Tintins, I think you've got some work to do on the van. I think there's potential. If anyone's got any, maybe we need a place to offer feedback instead of just roasting the van. Wouldn't it be nice to be able to give Tintin some feedback and say, here's what I'd do? I'd definitely get some pole holders for your vacuum poles. I think just not carrying so much chaff around with you every day, because how often are you doing a pressure washing job, gutter clearing, gutter cleaning and window cleaning on the same job? Probably not very often. Have you got any storage at home? Can you take stuff out, leave it at home, and kit your van out for like 3 or 4 days on the trot where maybe you're just doing gutter clearing, and so the van's nice and neat and you've only got your gutter clearing equipment? I don't know. Jay, welcome. How you doing? Exterior Essentials. Who covers gutters only on the channel? Not sure what you mean. Who covers gutters only on the channel? Not sure what you're saying. I don't know what that means. Sorry. Right, should we do the next entry? If anyone wants to enter and have their equipment set up, rated / roasted, you must be a member of the Discord, and you could go into the equipments and setups and post it in there. Just posted the clean setup from 3 weeks ago. It's at the bottom. It's an improvement. It is an improvement. See, this is what I'm talking about. You've got no pressure washer in there. The vacuum, or is the pressure washer in there? Is that sneaking? It's at the back. This is better. Still not a fan of these vacuum holders at the top. These vacuum poles just floating around at the top there. This is a huge improvement, Tintins. I could... If you'd have showed me this picture first, we might have had a different result. Might have been a totally different conversation, son. Gutter cleaning services, Jake. What about them? What do you mean? What do you mean? Who covers gutters only on the channel? What do you mean? It's just me. I cover pressure washing, we go through gutter clearing, we go through roof cleaning, we cover everything. It's just me. It's just me. I don't know what you're saying. Right. Next person. We've got some impressive setups. We have got some... I'm scrolling through them. I'm trying not to look too much. We've got some impressive setups. Let's have a little sticky beak at the next one. The next one is Jake. Not me. Jake at Coastal Clean. I don't think Jake's been going very long. He seems to have all the gear. Does he have an idea? Let's get into it. We've got a PWS setup. I'm not sure which one this is. Alpha PB? Don't know. I don't know my PWS machines. PB? I don't know what the difference between a PB, a BB, a DD. Very neat and tidy. Looks like we've got a big hose going in as well. This is a thing of beauty. For a relatively small van, which it is, it's not a big boy. It's a mid. What van is it? It's a mid-sized van, isn't it? It's not massive. It's not small. I think you've utilised the space well. We've got X-Jets on the back door with the switch tip and the vacuum pole holders. We've done the same with our spare vacuum pole holders. We're holding hoses. We've got the brushes on the other door. Love that. That's really nice. Really good idea. We have the new Gutter Vacuum Systems generator, which is always a good purchase. We've got a static... Is that a mounted hose reel for your 3/4 inch hose? I wonder if that is mounted. It wouldn't be mounted there because it's in the wrong place. So presumably you can pull that in and out, but it's not got wheels on it. That's curious. I'd like to know more. Very curious indeed. We've got the classic Gorilla bucket. We should all have... Oh, you've got 2 Gorilla buckets. We should all have a couple of those in the van. We've got buck boots with the waterproofs over the top. Exactly how we store ours, but they're green. You've got the green buck boots. We've got the Parker brand leaf blower, by the looks of it, back there. We've got the Gutter Vacuum Systems Panther. Brand new. Fresh out the box. Never been on a man's head. Looks absolutely brand new. We've got some sort of VTUF. We've got a VTUF branded something or other back there. I think that is a flat surface cleaner still in the box. Unused by the looks of it. We've got a water-fed pole at the top there with some green hose on it. Very nice. We've got a big old toolbox. We've got some hypo. And then we've got the pressure washer. I think you're covering all bases, almost. It's a very neat setup, very organised, very scalable. You've got your cones in there as well, which is always good to see. We've got some nozzle holders in there as well. We've got our lances. Lances could be mounted better. I'm not going to knock off any points for that because ours are exactly the same. Our lances are floating about here, there and everywhere. Can confirm I don't have any idea. Vauxhall Vivaro. I just slide it. It just slides around. It's not mounted. Oh, you mean the hose reel? Curious. Curious indeed. We've got the Dozer broom from B&Q. A recommended broom. We've got some measuring jugs. I like to see it. We've got the Dozer dustpan and brush as well. I like to see the measuring jugs to show we ain't guessing. We've got some sort of quoting pad in the back there. We do a bit of pen and paper here at Coastal Clean by the looks of it. We've got a big, is that a 650 litre tank or is that a 500 litre tank? That's a big old tank. Big old tank for a one-man setup. I thought it might be too heavy to go on top of the buffer tank. Nah, you'll be fine. You could stick that. You could stick that on top of the buffer tank. You'll be fine. No problem. It'd probably fit quite well actually, wouldn't it? Probably be quite a good spot for it. It's worth having a go, I'd say. Probably be a 2-man lift. They are quite heavy. Silly question, but am I right in thinking that you need a buffer tank? That you need a buffer tank is an essential with any setup. I would suggest anything over about 13 litres per minute that you should be running a buffer tank, yeah. In the UK, I'd say average tap pressure is around 15 litres per minute. If you get one that's 10, you're going to starve your machine. Like if you've got a 15 litre per minute machine, you're going to starve your machine of water. You won't really know it. It's just going to underperform and it's probably cough and splutter a little bit when it's trying to pump out the water at 15 litres per minute on full whack. Whereas actually, it's only getting like 10 from the tap. So I would say, I mean, 10's poor. 10 is very poor, but anything under about 13 litres per minute, you're okay to just run it straight from the tap. Anything over that, and you're definitely going to want a buffer tank. Yeah. Right, I think this is a straight cut. This is a very simple van to rate for me. I am quite... I'm going to start the poll. This is Jake at Coastal Clean Setup. Rate. Excellent. What was the other one? Excellent. Oh, I forgot. Good, bad, ugly. If I could vote, this would be excellent. What I would be concerned about is your gutter vacuum rolling around. It seems very unsupported. Very unsupported indeed. Your generator, sorry, did I say your gutter vacuum? I meant your generator. Your generator is going to roll around. It's going to go on its arse. You might end up getting like oil in the cylinders and stuff. Like, I don't know if that's a thing. I don't know how that works with this particular engine, but it won't be good for it. You're going to get fuel leaking out the top. Been there, done that. Coming from experience, you're going to end up wrecking it. So I'd probably mount that somewhere or have like a nice place to bungee strap it in. Same with your vacuum. If your vacuum's not strapped in, that's going to go everywhere as well. What websites do people have for gutter cleaning? Be interested to have a look what you've done. People can't post links, Stardust, people can't post links in the YouTube chat, so you're not going to get a response, I don't think. Feel free to have a little sticky beak at mine. Mine's here. Services, gutter cleaning. We've got our promotional offer of a free gutter inspection. I need to change all this because there's some services that we're not offering anymore, but I think the free gutter inspection's a good hit. We've got the cherry picker there just to show we can do it all. Jakey with his iPath, cheeky boy. Cheeky boy. 53% of you so far think Jake at Coastal Clean's setup is excellent. We've gone straight from Tintin's, which is... That's Alex, actually. Alex, yours is pure chaos as well, let's be honest. We've gone straight from Tintin's, which is chaos, to Jake's, which is just a breath of fresh air. You got your Vibro X on there as well. Nice to see, nice to see. This is now strapped where the hose reel is, and the hose reel is near the back door. Okay, nice. Okay, we're going to end the poll. It's just gone down to 50%. Someone just voted and changed the score. It goes in order. Excellent, good, bad, ugly. Someone is very bitter and twisted. We've got 20 votes, and someone, Jake, unfortunately, has said that this setup is bad, and someone else has said that this setup is ugly. And I think that's someone's very jealous, and they're being very nasty. It's not true. I think you should be very proud of this setup. I think you've done a very good job. Nastiness, pure nastiness. Right, on to Dusty's. Dusty's a huge advocate for the boiler, the steam. Dusty likes his steam. It got heated in the chat earlier. Did you get it? He's even sent a video in. Let's have a sticky beak. Nice big orange hose reel. We like it. We've got a lot going on. It aggressive for no reason. Okay. Dusty, you're not giving us much to work with. I'd love to see the rest of the van if you've got any more photos. I think you actually did post some further down. Let's have a look at those other photos. Where's Dusty? Here he is. Here's old mate Dusty. Right then, let's see what we've got. Something strange is happening at the back, and I'm not going to address it just yet, but we'll get to that in a minute. So, what are we looking at here? We've got maybe a pure water setup. Big pump mounted on a frame. This looks like a homemade... Is it a homemade frame? Looks like someone's welded that together recently. It looks like they've done a good job. And this looks like a small pure water system for your window cleaning and stuff. We've got a big old That one looks like a gutter vacuum hose, a 10 meter. That used to be a high vis gutter vacuum hose, and now it's very, very dirty. So it's now a low vis. It's now a low vis vacuum hose. This one looks like potentially a mudsucker. Got a mudsucker hose here. We've got these cool baskets, these fisherman's baskets. These are really good for draining out all the sludge. If you've got if you've done your a big roof clean, you got loads of moss off the roof, or you've got sludge from a driveway. If you scoop it into these buckets, Dusty, do these work well? Would you recommend that people get one of these? Because we just sort of bag it. We wait for it to drain off the drive, and then we just bag it, and it drains out the bottom of these bags generally. Would you recommend putting it in one of these buckets first? Because I was thinking about getting one of these, and it's orange, so it's a win-win. Now, we've got some jackets, some uniform up the top there. We've got some headphones by the looks of it. Are they headphones? Potentially. We've got a power pole mounted up the top there. We've got another water-fed pole by the looks of it on the other side. We've got some more headphones up here and another water-fed pole, possibly a power pole 2. Double power pole, potentially. Big old gutter vac. I like that it's all mounted at the back, and then you've got all this space for activities in the middle. I do like that. Something we haven't seen before. Yet. Couple of fuel cans. Potentially some diesel and some petrol here, because he's running a boiler setup. Best thing I've ever bought for roof cleans. Drain it first, then bag it. So you'd thoroughly recommend one of these little fisherman's baskets. Is that what they're called? Is it Amazon? Because I looked at these. Again, too tight to purchase one. Fisherman's basket. I am looking at totally the wrong thing. Here we go. 20 quid. Alright, we'll have to get one of them then. Send that to Kiwi. Ah. Customers just sent me a picture of a roof clean we did. And the results after we've done the buyer side, and she's very happy. Ah, that's nice. Right then. eBay. That frame is a soft wash machine. Oh, for your buyer side. Oh, that makes sense, because you do a lot of roof. Our mate Dusty does a lot of roof cleans. He's got his big sheets in one of the Gorilla buckets here for sheeting up all those stones on the floor, so you're not getting all moss in all the stones. Little tub of buyer side there by the looks of it. Okay, let's go around the back. Come with me. Let's head over around the back. I don't want to show off anyone else's while we're doing this. And then we've got the sign writing, which I think on this van looks fantastic. I think that looks really good. I like the black, the white and the green. That's a great colour combination. I like the text. I think the text is cool. It looks like a cool van. You got your ladder going up the back. I can't tell whether the ladder's straight, because you get an extra point for a wonky ladder in this community. We've got multiple ladders on the roof there. I wonder what ladders they are. Big expensive Rhino roof rack. I'm curious to know what all these different ladders are. Very cool looking setup. Very cool indeed. Now, as we go back around the rear, has Dusty got any more photos of the back? He doesn't. It's just the video. I'm going to pull up the video again, because there's something I wanted to touch on. I want to touch on something. Right. It's a bit blurry, but we've got our big massive fill hose at the top here. Low pressure fill hose at the top. Again, mounting it so high, is this going to cause... I was thinking about mounting ours on the roof. Is this going to cause flow issues from your customer's tap? We don't know. We're just speculating. We've got the big old boiler in the corner. We've got an outlet here, presumably a drain for your tank, which is good. I like that Daz from PWS does these drains on the front. This is something I'm missing from mine. We can't drain our tank. If we fill our tank to the brim, the only way for us to drain it is to turn the machine on. We did have a drain coming out the side of the van. Sort of, there was a hole drilled into the floor and the drain was sort of coming out the side, but it's so difficult to get to when everything's stacked into the van. We just don't use it anymore. So I'd love to have one just on the side door. I can just crank a little tap open, drain the tank to about halfway, just so it's safe to drive around in. So we've got our big old boiler. We've got two big hose reels because we've got two engines going here. This is a two-man system by the looks of it. And I'm curious. So we've got the V-twin on the bottom. These are both Briggs and Stratton machines. Big V-twin on the bottom, looks like a 30 litre per minute pump roughly, 25-30 litres per minute. And then we've got the smaller one at the top here, mounted at the back. Very interesting mounting system. It's just interesting. There's a lot going on. It is neat and organised. It just looks like there's a lot going on, doesn't it? It is neat. There's just a lot to look at. I wonder what it's like reeling that hose in from all the way back there. We've got all the controls on the front for your steam. Let's rate Dusty's setup. Drill the flexi bucket, it's cheaper. That's a good idea. Drill a flexi bucket. You can make the holes smaller then as well. I think those basket holes are a little bit big. Dusty, are those basket holes a little bit big? Or are they perfect? Rate Dusty's setup. Excellent. Good. Bad. Ugly. I suppose I should tell you what my thoughts are afterwards. I think I've given you the positives and the negatives that I could see, I suppose. Were there any negatives? I don't think there's any negatives, really. Still plenty of space in the back of the van for activities. I like that. Flexi buckets fall apart after drilling lots of holes. Interesting. No, they're perfect, Dusty says. I've got a video of that orange basket on my YouTube. Should we have a look? Oh, Mills exterior cleaning maybe? Got him. Is it on your shorts? Presumably on your shorts. Oh, got it. Okay, that's not. No. 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 I saw it just. I was on it just. That is annoying. That one. Oh my god. Oh, these are gutters. Okay. So you're going to vacuum some gutters and put it in the basket. Do. That looks like a really awkward gutter clear. You got broken tiles, you got bird spikes, you got awkward angles, you got chunks of mortar. Oh dear, that's a horrible gutter clear. And they're absolutely stuffed to the brim as well. Is this the right one? I don't know if this is the right one. Yeah, it doesn't even show it. I've got the wrong video. Doesn't matter. That's not the video. Doesn't matter. 67% of you think Dusty's setup is excellent, and it's still going. It's still going up 69%. Think that Dusty's setup is excellent. We've got a couple of pictures of the van as well. It's a nice van. It's a nice setup. If someone come round to my house to do my roof, and they turned up in this vehicle with that kit, I'd be very impressed. I'd think I have chosen the right company. We're going to end the poll. Most of you said that setup is excellent. 27% say good. We've got 15 votes. 7% say ugly. Who's voted ugly on these? Do we really think ugly? I reckon there's some little creep just creeping around, just downvoting people's... Some little creepy creep. How can you say that's ugly? But is the ladder on the back straight? That's what I'm thinking. That's a question I actually asked earlier. I'll be honest, this next one, we've not got any context really. Everyone else has sort of given us, okay, we have got some context now. Okay. So the Fresh Rinse posted a single image of, is it again an Alpha PB? I have no idea. Alpha PB? It's a V-twin. Another PWS system mounted on the back door. Nice little drain in the corner. I like that. A big 20-litre jerry can. Nice. So when I see this picture, really good contours in the panels. What are you talking about? Looks really good in the contours of the panels. Oh, you're talking about the last setup, Dusty's setup. Is that permanent vinyl or are they magnetic? So I was about to say there's not much that I can say about this. This is just someone's machine that they purchased from PWS, and it's been mounted in the back of the van. We've got some nozzle holders down the corner. We've got the Turbo Devil holder. We've got some Lance holders. That's all I can say about this image. However, I scrolled down all the way to the bottom, and the Fresh Rinse has posted a second image. I think to his detriment. This is my worst nightmare. So this is the reason I don't want to purchase a scaffold tower, because I know my van will end up looking like this, and I can't be doing with scaffold pieces in the back of my van. I just can't do it. However, let's look past the scaffold tower, because needs must. He's clearly been doing some roof cleaning. Needs must. We've got a big petrol Makita blower, by the looks of it. We've got a couple of brooms. We've got a surface cleaner. Nice big 21-inch, maybe 24-inch surface cleaner. It's a big one. We've got some Pure Seal Biocide down the bottom. Some Hypo. Some kiln dried sand. We've got a Sneak energy drink. A couple of Gorilla buckets. The 2 yellow Gorilla buckets seem to be a common theme these days. 2 stacked yellow Gorilla buckets. This seems like chaos to me. I'd struggle with this. Megatron's arm gun on the blower. I bought a trailer to carry both towers. That's nice, Dusty. Yeah. So Dusty's got a trailer, so he doesn't have to keep it in the back. I think it's a BM. Okay. Better than mine or worse? I think this is still better than yours. Sorry. Sorry, Tintins. I think we're going to struggle to We're going to struggle to find one worse than yours today, I think, if I'm totally honest. Just being honest. So, the scaffold tower really ruins this one for me, if I'm honest. Also, I don't see a gutter vac. Where are we putting the gutter vac? I don't see any gutter vacuum poles. I don't see any space for any vacuum poles or a vacuum. We've got a foot pedal down there. I didn't notice that before. We've got a foot pedal and a couple of water-fed poles for your roof cleaning and so on and so forth. I might buy a trailer for my tower. The tower's getting used pretty much every day. However, it's a pain when you get a repoint. Can't lie, full unpack. Yeah. Where are you posting these van images? Rav, if you're in the Discord, which I think you are because you remember, you want to go... I'm going to come out of this one just so that you can't see everyone else's vans just yet. So you want to go into the equipment and setups and you can post yours in the Discord there. Only if you're happy with us rating / roasting. If it's roastable, if not, we'll just give you props. Props where props are due. Yeah, the tower is... Yeah, the tower's the difficult one, isn't it? Have you got a tow bar on your van for that tower? You haven't, have you? By the looks of it. Let's rate the fresh rinse, and then we'll move on to the next one. I need to find a quicker way of doing this. Start poll. 80% of my work is roofs, and the tower is the hardest thing to get in and out, so it stays in all the time. If I can help it, I have my gutters on. I'd probably swap the flat surface cleaner out and chuck the vac in. Yeah, the tower's difficult because what's the solution for the tower? It's either a bigger van or a trailer. Presumably you've got ladders on the roof, because there is an argument to be made for finding some way of mounting it to like a roof rack, but then are people going to nick it? That's the other thing. Yeah, towers are a difficult one. Can you mount, like, you've got plenty of headroom up here, can you put like a second shelf in so you can slide some bigger sections of the tower up above? And then you've got the boards maybe that you can stack down the side of your pressure washer or something, or on top of your tank. It'd be nice to find a section for each part of the tower. The majority of it going like hanging up from the roof maybe. You got a lot of headroom there that you might be able to make use of. And then it doesn't matter if it stays in the van, then it can stay in there all the time. At least it's off the floor, you know what I mean? I don't know, it's a tough one. Tough one. I've got the My Tower that goes straight in the back on ramps. Wouldn't be without it, says Clive. I'm sure there's a solution out there for sure. Yeah, I mean, yeah, small trailer might be nice. I'm just gonna have a little Rocky. Hope you don't mind. Right, on to the next. $13 votes, 16% say excellent, 46%, the majority say good, 15% say ugly. The trailer is a hook up and go when needed, isn't it? Because you don't need the trailer every day. You don't need the tower every day, so you just hook it up when you want it. Yeah. Okay, next one. This one, this one's got some responses in the chat. This one is Clive from Cotswold Exterior. Even some people in the chat are giving him the thumbs up and the emojis because it's that impressive. In my opinion, it's impressive. So to start off with, we have the full exterior sign written. The full van has been wrapped. This must have cost an absolute fortune to have a van that size fully wrapped. Let's be honest. They missed the roof though. They've scammed you. They've missed the roof. Just letting you know. It's a huge selling point of the van wrap. The roof. That's what most people see first, is the roof. So the fact they've not done that. Now, from a distance, what are we looking at? We've got a big Honda V-twin GX630. We've got a big 30 litre per minute pump by the looks of it. We've got some nozzles. We've got a huge low pressure reel. We've got a 20 litre fuel tank. It's very smart, isn't it? Let's be honest. It's very smart. I like the black. Is this an electric hose reel for, oh, it's for that one at the top there. And then we've got one of, this is one of Rutland Pumps, I think, hose tidies. Very high quality hose tidy, which I would like to have 3 of these, but I don't want to spend the money to buy 3 of these. Let's be honest. We've got our nozzles neatly organised there. Is this 2 tanks? Am I looking at 2 tanks? Have we got a pressure washing tank and a pure water tank? Is that what we're looking at? And then behind we've got a boiler as well. Is that right? The boiler is routed very nicely around the side there. This is all exceptionally neat. Exceptionally neat. 1 buffer tank, 1 pure water tank. Wondering where his ladders are? That's a good point. Where are the ladders? Where are the ladders indeed? There's our mate Charlie. Charlie probably contributed a lot towards building this from Pressure Washer Sales and Service. We've got a big old generator in the back there. Big old generator. And here's the boys all together. We're all wondering where my hand is going. I know we're all wondering that. That's why Finchy's got a smile on his face. Right, apparently he's posted some more pictures down below. Let's have a little sticky beak at these extra pics. I don't see them. I do see them. Right. We've got a big old scaffold tower. This is a My Tower by the looks of it. One of the best you can get. Looks brand new. Never been on a man's head. We've got a second. We had a second image here. Let me just see what's. So we've got a big boiler in the back there. Very good, efficient use of space. Interesting idea to mount the tanks sideways like that instead of having the machine further back. I mean, total loss of side door. Let's be honest, total loss of side door. And we go back to that picture there. There is no getting in and out of that side door. So if you're happy with a total loss of side door which is something I've been concerned about for a while. I'm not ready to give up my side door, although things could be made more efficient if I did give up the side door. I'm not quite ready to make that step yet. Total loss of side door. And then this is a closer view of the internals. So we've got some Skyvac hose. We've got a Skyvac vacuum. We've got some Skyvac poles. We've got a Makita drill. A couple of buckets. We've got our X-Line chemical trolley. Is it called a nano trolley or something? I can't remember. We've got 3 lances with triggers on. Not sure why you need 3 triggers, but the more the merrier. Couple of Q adapters down here. We've got our broom mounted on the wall. I think a couple of extra points definitely for the broom mounted on the wall. Most people's brooms are thrown in the back of the van. Got to be a couple of extra points for the mounted broom. Big old fluffy brush. Couple of jerry cans. Power pole. Extended lance. X-Jet with a switch tip by the looks of it. Turbo Devil, or is that a Mossmatic? Can't tell. We've got buck boots hanging from the ceiling. We've got van mounted buck boots, which is a first. I've not seen that before. This is an impressive setup, let's be honest. Let's get a vote on for Clive from Cotswold Exteriors van. Excellent. Good. Ugly. No, bad. Ugly. Vote, people. Yeah, where are your ladders, Clive? Do you not have ladders? As a window cleaner / gutter cleaner / roof cleaner, do you not have ladders? Or were they installed later on? Because you've not even got a ladder rack. How can you have ladders if you've got no ladder rack? I'm going to have a wagon wheel, hope you don't mind. Your triple extension ladders go in the van. Like in the roof. Like are they mounted above all the stuff? I'd be curious to see where in the van they go. I can see some hooks from the roof, but I can't see that they're ladder mountable hooks. Unless they are. Unless they are. Okay. I don't know how. Hang on a minute, Jakey. He's taking a picture now from the wife. Okay. How's business, the wife? Whoever said ugly needs their heads testing. I think just there's someone in the chat that's just voting ugly over and over again. That's fine. I wonder if I can see the votes. Don't think I can. Very busy. That's good. That is good. 67% said excellent. Okay. There are two types of tradesmen in the world. Very true. Very true indeed. This is Tintin's. That is actually Tintin. This is Clive. Awesome setup, fair play. True, Jamie, true. Now, is this a budget thing? Is this a money thing? Could we look at Tintin's and say, could with the exact same resources, investment and equipment, could someone make this better or more organized? Is this an investment? Is this a money thing? Clearly Clive has spent a hell of a lot of money on his van to get it the way it is, and it's a big van. He's had it signed, written, like fully wrapped. He's got some amazing equipment in there. Can you apply a similar thing to Tintin's van without spending thousands of pounds on it? You know what I'm saying? So is this just a money thing, or is this an organisational thing? You know what I'm saying? Like, if Clive had Tintin's van and equipment, would it look any different, is what I'm asking. Right. It's in the Discord. Let's have a look. Clive's ladders. Oh, so they're up. They're sort of. They're at an angle. I see. So they're just sort of pushed in there. Okay. Okay. If it works, it works. Efficiencies and organisation. If it works, it works. Right. On to the next. On to the next. It is. Oh no. Hang on. Callum from CTM Exterior Cleaning. Tintin's car is very small and difficult to manoeuvre. 80% money, 20% organisation, I'd say. There's only so much you can fit in a small van. Very true, very true. Callum from CTM Exterior Cleaning. We've got some neons. We've got some instantly 3 extra points for the neons. I really like the neons. Why haven't I thought of that? We've got a foot pedal down the bottom. We have. I'm going to do this now. I'm going to start this poll now as we're flicking through. Hold your votes until you've made an informed decision. We've got a lot of photos to get through, so just hold your votes for now. We've got some resin tanks on the side here. So this looks like a predominantly window cleaning setup from what I can see. Is that Rhino flooring as well? Rhino flooring? I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. Oh, we've got a resin tank over here. We've got some more filters over here. And it looks like we've got some sort of box here for controlling everything. We've got a foot pedal for presumably roof cleaning. We've got a flat surface cleaner. Slightly zoomed out view. Love the neons. We've got another filter over here by the looks of it. We're going filter crazy with this setup. Some people are voting already. We haven't even seen the back yet. What's this cable going around here? Is this like a power cable maybe? Going up to the top there. We've got some interesting. This is very interesting. we have an extendable bracket that goes across the width of the van, this black bracket here, and it's extendable because it's cut in the middle there, so presumably you can stretch it out to the width of the van and then lock it in place. And then we've got some U-shaped holders in it, and we've got one at the front, we've got one at the back. I think that's very cool. That's a great idea. That's a solar panel cable, is it, Callum? And presumably that's going down to a battery somewhere in this box then. Very, very cool. I almost feel like we should get people on to chat about their setup. That might be a cooler way of doing this, but that might take up more time because we just want sort of people in and out, don't we? Like you've got 2 or 3 minutes to tell us what you like and what you don't like, and then on to the next one. But I'd feel bad sort of booting people out so quickly and being short with them, so I don't know how we do that. Okay, so we're at the back now, and we've got a little Honda GX 390 by the looks of it. Possibly, yeah. Nice pressure gauge on the front there, that's what we like to see. We've got a big old fill hose, mounted fill hose, which is nice. We've got another window cleaning hose and a hose reel there. I really like these brackets. Who's done them brackets for you, Callum? Have you done them yourself? Rhino flooring and dual setup can switch between window cleaning and pressure washing. So are you filtering, is that the same tank? Are you filtering all the water that comes in, or are you filtering the water on the way out? Are you drawing from the same tank for both? It looks like you're drawing from the same tank for both, but you're filtering the water on the way out. Is that right? Billericay Cleaning and Supplies. Tintins doesn't want to come on the live stream. That's fair. That's fair. After what we've done to him, that is fair. We've got a tow bar just in case we want a trailer. I feel like I've missed a trick not having a tow bar on my van. It does look very clean, doesn't it? We've got some more mounting brackets on the side there for water-fed poles and such like. Many options. Many mounting options. I'm not seeing gutter vacuum stuff anywhere. Curious, I suppose you just put your gutter vacuum in there and maybe sling a bag in there with your pole holders, with your poles. Oh, Billericay Supplies. Unfortunately, covered the logo there with this big mounting plate. That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate for them. We've got it on the front here. That should have been on the side really so you could see it, but it doesn't matter. They didn't know they were going to be live on stream on the biggest pressure washing platform in history. Jokes. Jokes, of course. Don't clip that. So does he use pure water for pressure washing? Same tank, that's right. So that the situation is, I think we've just got confirmation. This gets filled with tap water via this hose here. So the whole tank gets filled with tap water, and then on the way out, if you turn on the window cleaning pump, it filters the water through these two tanks, through these two filters. I don't know what these filters are, by the way. I don't know anything about window cleaning. So filters go through here, it goes through this one here, and it goes through the big one at the back. So it's like quadruple filtered. I wonder how much this setup costs. That would be an interesting question as well. Next time we do this, we'll have like a price. We'll see if people want to share the price for their setup. Right. The votes are already being cast. Good setup. I like this one. I like it a lot. No, if I need a window clean, I flush the tank and fill from a connector at the bottom back of the van. I do see some connectors down here. I do see those. So if you want to do window cleaning, you've got to empty the entire tank and fill it back up with pure water? Or you fill it through this connector. Sorry. You fill it through this connector and that goes through the filters and fills the tank with pure? Why wouldn't you do it the other way? Why wouldn't you do it on the way out instead? Is it because it's hard to pump the water with those pumps? Looks like there's a pump here in a basket. Is it hard to pump the water through? I like that they've put it in a protective basket. That's quite nice. Fill it through the connector, then it goes through the filters into pure. I see. Interesting. Right, we've got the votes. Anyone that hasn't voted, you've got about 10 seconds. 10, 9. You can vote in the chat if you haven't seen it already. If you've got the live stream chat up on your phone or your tablet or whatever. You'll have to ask Josh at BCS. It's interesting. It's an interesting setup. I've not seen it done like this before. Have you still got plenty of room? Looks like you have. Oh, sorry. Last picture. I forgot to show the sign writing. I'm sorry. Before you all finalise your votes. Callum, honest question. Do you think that this QR code is worth the real estate on the van? Do you think it's worth taking up that space on the van with a QR code? Do people use it? That's my question. Do people use your QR code? Do you regret having it, or are you happy with it? You know what I mean? There's enough room, could always have more. True. How often are you checking the TDS? Good question. TDS, for those who don't know, is total I don't know what TDS means. Something about parts per million. Total disengaged smelts. Oh, total dissolved solids. That makes sense. Snodland. Is that a real place? Snodland. Right, the votes are in. End poll. To be honest, probably not. I'm happy, but I wouldn't have it again. Okay. Regarding the QR code, that is. Check TDS on every window cleaning day. Never been above 2. Interesting. 60% of you say that setup is excellent. 33% say good. 7% say ugly. 0% say bad. Ken Dodd lives there, does he? Snodsland. Isn't Ken Dodd dead? Is Ken Dodd dead? Any tips for new business? I'm 15-year-old and starting my own pressure washing business. McDeckers, welcome to the live stream. You're in the right place. First of all, let me commend you on starting a pressure washing business at the age of 15. That's very impressive. My one tip would be get a small petrol pressure washer. Don't bother with a little electric one. If you can, just spend some time watching my first couple of videos on the channel. Go to my channel. Go to my videos. Go all the way to the bottom. 4 or 5 years ago. 3 or 4 years ago maybe? Can't remember. All the way to the bottom. And just have a look at these videos. Setting up for under 400 quid. And just watch the way I sort of started doing things. So the first sort of 6 or 7 videos I think you might find quite useful. Are you, obviously you don't drive, are you just sort of walking it around your street and trying to get work like that? When you say any tips, it's a very broad subject, isn't it? It's there's a lot to cover, and lots of people message me on Instagram and Facebook and they say, all right mate, any advice? I'm starting my business. It's like, well, where do we start? There's so much to cover. It seems like such an easy job. It does seem like an easy job. Anyone can use a pressure washer, it's true. But when you get into it, it's like the bell curve of learning. You know, it's a much broader subject. It's like anything. As soon as you take interest in a certain subject, it's why distractions are so dangerous. If I was to if I was to start offering window cleaning and thinking, right, I need some safe, reliable, secure income, I'm going to start a window cleaning round alongside my pressure washing business. That for me is such a huge, like, it's such a hidden distraction, because there's so much that I don't know about window cleaning. There's so much equipment that I don't have. It sounds simple, but I've got no technique. I haven't really got the equipment for it. I haven't got the knowledge, and I potentially haven't got the time to both learn it and execute it to the best of my abilities. And so while it sounds like it could be a good business strategy for me to get some of that safe, reliable income, it's such a massive investment in both my time, my money, and my mental bandwidth to try and learn it all, that I just see that as just a huge distraction from the actual goal. And it's like anything, I think you've got to look at everything that way when you're trying to sort of point your business in a specific direction. It's like, is this going to take me closer towards my goal of having like a successful pressure washing business, or is it just a distraction? I think things like gutter clearing and roof cleaning can elevate your business, especially for like the winter months. It's like, it's going to keep it ticking over, because pressure washing is very seasonal. You're going to go from about March till like September, and then the work sort of just drops off a cliff. And so if you've got something to tide you over during the winter months, that's great. But window cleaning is like a full-time commitment. It's like an all year round commitment. And so, yeah, that's all I'd say. I don't know how did we get onto that? No idea. I started because of Jake. The videos are worth their weight in gold. That's very kind of you. I can teach you, Jakey. What, window cleaning? You must be very patient, Clive. How dare you, Daz? How dare you? I'm a quick learner. Right. We've got a nice little video from Clive here as well. Nice little video from Clive. There he goes, look, with his steam cleaner. Clive, I reckon you're getting exactly the same result with cold water there. I don't think you're doing anything different, just because you've got a bit of steam coming out of the end of your gun. Anyway. Next up is our kid, our mate, our old sausage, Rich. My good friend Rich. My best man Rich, actually. I'm using a trailer on my e-bike to get around. That is brilliant. That is fantastic. All power to you. If you ever want a nice little community to be a part of, and you want some help and advice, join our Discord at some point. We can help you identify different surfaces and let you know whether certain chemicals are appropriate for certain surfaces to avoid like permanent damage and all that sort of stuff. We can help you with your quotes and your pricing. If you've got any silly questions, just stick them in the newbie questions chat. You can ask us about marketing, and then we've got specific areas for each different service type. So like we do a bit of repointing. So here's our job from today. Absolute beaut of a customer with that sausage and bacon baps. Doing a bit of repointing today. And so we've got a repointing chat where all our sort of questions and answers go. And then we've got things like sealing, roof cleaning, gutter clearing, stains, wood care, render. We've got there's even window cleaning. If you want to look, I know we're not all the same. Not everyone's like me. If you find cleaning glass interesting, there's a place for you in the Discord. Just letting you know. Now, where were we? Our kid and our mate Rich has posted his van for us to have a little sticky beak at. I think this is either a Peugeot or a Citroen big thing. Is it a Relay? Can't remember. But it's a big van, about similar size to my van. So straight off the bat, we have loads of space. Love the amount of room we got in this van. We've got big black boxes for storage, which I've been rocking for quite a while now as well. I like the big black storage boxes. We've got all of our vacuum poles mounted on the wall. We've got our lances mounted on the wall. Got our water-fed pole on the wall. We've got our vacuum hose hanging nice and neat. Is that a 10 meter? I think that looks a bit longer than a 5. Is that a 10? Can't tell. We've got our Titan blower. Oh, it's a Relay, Rich. Rich is still in the chat. Rich, I weren't sure if you were still here, mate. Are you just a lurker? Do you just lurk in the background? We've got our resin tank. Our Titan Screwfix blower. Got some rapid flow from Nexus there. Big old toolbox. Panther vacuum. PWS looks like a PWS flat surface cleaner. Couple of cones. 250 litre tank. Do we have a side profile? We do. So this is a Kiam. Can't remember the name of it. 3700R or something. Can't remember. With a return to tank, so it's had lots of modifications on the pump end. Engine seems to be quite reliable, I think. It was just the pump and the unloader valve that was having some issues, so that's all got changed out. Now he's got a return to tank. We've got some PWS mounted hose reels, big old fill hose. So for reference, Rich used to have, I think, a big 30 meter high pressure hose that he used to have to wrap up in a figure of 8 and sling it in the back of the van. This big, I think it's a 50 meter hose, this big chunky fat 50 meter hose was mounted on one of those little plastic hose lock hose reels. You know, the little ones you get from Wix or from B&Q. This massive chunky hose was mounted on one of them for ages, up until a couple of months ago. He's been going for 2 years with that little plastic hose reel, and now he's got it all mounted on top of the pressure washer now. Orange, obviously. We've got the gutter vacuum. Sorry, not the gutter vacuum. We've got the mud sucker in the background there. Let's get a poll rate. Rich's setup. Cast your votes, people. What do we think? As far as I'm aware, no sign writing on this vehicle yet. Is that right, Rich? Is that right? I can't remember. I know you had sign writing on the little Peugeot. I can't remember if you got it on this. We've got some big boy ladders on the roof. Nice and spacious. I like how spacious it is. Step ladder just in case. You never know. Classic yellow Gorilla bucket. Couple of different brooms. I like it. It does exactly what it needs to do. And you've got all that space for activities. It's a big old van on the inside, you know. I feel like this might be bigger than mine. This just seems like it's got more room than mine. And the floor, I love about this van as well. It's like a very nice and square. The floor, the back is so low on this van compared to mine. You've got to properly step up into mine. And I think it's a bit of a hazard. But this is like nice and low. No sign writing on the vehicle. Okay. Nice little compartment at the top there for storage. Bit of storage. Okay. We're going to move on to the next one. This next one's very interesting. Very interesting indeed. So, bit of a split on this one. 55% of you say good for Richard's van. 45% say excellent. Bit of a split on that one. Split decision. Okay, we're moving on to a very interesting van. Tidy Jet Washing has just entered the Discord very recently, in the last couple of hours, and here is his submission. Now, what I will say, extremely compact, very compact. I like the wheels. They look like banded Steelies. I like it. Is it a Caddy? Is it a VW Caddy? We have a V-twin. Is that a Lonsin? It looks like a Lonsin. I can't quite tell. Or is it a Briggs? Can't tell from this angle, but this is a PWS machine. Precariously mounted battery. What's going on there? Not sure about that. We've got a panel on the side there for some water-fed pole action. Big brush coming through the middle. We've got our fill hose and our high pressure hose. Is this a Lonsin engine? Let me have a closer inspection. It is. God, your boy knows his stuff, doesn't he? Spotted that from a mile away. Look at that. Your boy knows his stuff. Big old V-twin. Maybe change excellent to I want this van. What's that? Is that a little non-return valve breather for the fuel can? I've not seen one of them before. Presumably, when the tank expands, it lets the gases out. Is it like a relief valve? Not non-return, it's like a relief valve. It's a one-way breather vent. That's interesting, I've never seen that before. Nice little green one as well. I like that it's on brand. I mean, where else are you going to get your machine built, really, with a logo like that? Let's be honest, you go into PWS, ain't you? Surprised they've put a Lonsin in. I've never ever seen any of their setups with a Lonsin. Something curious about this particular van. I don't see it. He's got a shower. He's got a shower on the back door, so you can turn the pump on and you get clean water spraying down on you from above. Is that a Vibro X? Is that an unpainted Vibro X? Because they're normally green, aren't they? Is that how you mount them? They just mount onto the side of the pump like that? I still don't know how these things work. I need to do my research on these. Looks like a Vibro X just sort of screwed into the side of the pump. I thought they were always sort of fitted in line. It's a double Vibro. So you got another one somewhere. Interesting. I have two. Ah. Very interesting. Little bit of kinkage up here. This is something I try and avoid with my low pressure hose reels. It's very difficult to get these going into the reel nicely without kinkage. He's going to make us a video on his Vibro X. Very cool. big old Y filter in there. We've got some sort of pump for some water. We've got, I don't know what that pole is. I've never seen that pole before. And then this is like a stackable reel for window cleaning by the looks of it. So he's got a hose sort of chilling on the side here. I like that little hook and the strap. That's a nice idea. We could do with some of those actually. And then we've got a gardener backpack. We've got a big DeWalt toolbox. Bit of hypo. Bucket. B&Q brush. Okay. Okay. He's going to make us a video. Let me know when you've made the video and we'll have a little sticky beak. I'm going to get the vote going. If you'd like to vote, you can do it down below in the chat. Are we enjoying this? Are people finding this interesting? Is this a good stream? Is this what you guys like to see? Do you want to do more of this sort of stuff in the future? Give me some feedback. Begging for likes. If you haven't already, by the way, like the stream down below. If you're not subscribed, that'd be cool as well. If you want to get subscribed, that'd be nice. Where's the video? Where's the video? Where's the video? Ow. Oh, Ryan bravely using the everyone tag. That's interesting. I've not seen anyone use that yet. It's always good seeing other setups. Hydro cleaning services. I've connected my YouTube. Doesn't look like you have. It doesn't. It does not. If you have connected to YouTube, you might have connected the wrong one. Unfortunately. 'Tis what it is. You can just remove it and reconnect it. It is a wonderful vehicle with so little space. Everything is in its place. Very true. It's extremely compact, isn't it? Extremely compact. Very tight. See this? This isn't a good comparison to Tintin's. It's a similar van size. Potentially different level of investment, because this is quite a lot of kit here, isn't it? Quite expensive piece of kit. Slightly different investment, so it's not really a fair comparison. It's not eggs for eggs. What's it called? You know, when people compare two things, it's not eggs to eggs. It doesn't roll off the tongue very well, so it can't be that. Chickens to chickens? I don't know. Okay, here's the video. So that's the little nozzle. We've got a Vibro X at the top there. We've got another Vibro X on the side of the pump, which I don't understand. One, I don't understand how these anti-vibration things work. I don't understand the technology. And two, I don't understand how having two affects it. Okay. Apples to apples, thank you. I thought it was eggs to eggs. Look at the beard on that guy. Monster. What are these little boots down here? Those look interesting. Of course they're green. Why wouldn't they be? Vote there down below how you would rate this setup, and then we'll move on to the next. We've got plenty more to get through. Sorry, I don't know if you answered my question earlier. How come they fitted a Lonsin? It's a 30 litre per minute, 250 bar. 250 bar at 30 litres per minute would be lovely. That would be nice. Helps with the petrol smells with the breather vent. How come they fitted a Lonsin? Did you specifically ask for a Lonsin, or is that what you were offered? Or because normally they use it, they're putting their machines out with Vanguards, with the Briggs & Stratton Vanguard machines at PWS. The bottom wheel is going to be a chemical reel, something being worked on at the moment. Nice. Right. Ending that poll. Results are in the chat. 58% say excellent, 42% say good. 12 votes, nice. They offer Briggs and Lonsin. Oh, okay, I didn't know that. Did not know that. Right, Daz. This is an old photo of my self-build. I swapped the GX390 for a Briggs electric start. There's also a 12 volt and a 240 volt power in the back. LED lighting. It's all coming out soon so that I can fit my new stacked hose reels where the boiler is. The boiler will go on top of the pressure washing pump. Right. Where do we begin? This is Darren's setup. I'd love to have... That one's Dusty's. Darren, I'd love to have some more pictures of the side of the vehicle and the back of the vehicle. We've only got the one picture to go with. We have a still leaf blower. You can tell this guy don't mess about when it comes to getting the best equipment, because he's got a IK sprayer. He's got two IK sprayers. He's got a Honda GX390. He's got a boiler, Alpha HB boiler. He's got a still leaf blower. All the best gear, by the looks of it. Curious as to what that extra low pressure hose is, or is it a high pressure hose extension? We don't know. We've got a bit of racking in the back there. I'd love to see more of that. I'd love to see more of it from the back. It looks like we've got some pieces from a scaffold tower in there as well. We've got a bunch of what look like cables. These all look like cables on the top. I know Daz is an electrician as well. That's a low pressure extension. Okay, confirmation, low pressure extension. You've got a big old low pressure reel here, about 50 meters there. There's got to be, or is it 40 meters? Wild that you need an extension. And I've never seen anyone to this day have a big low pressure reel like that plus an extension. That's a stocky extension. That is. We should collaborate on some jobs. Daz is from Worcester. Daz is also an electrician by trade as well. There's a bunch of like stuff going on up here with cables and hoses, and there's some orange hose, there's some blue hose, there's some yellow hose, and then it looks like there's some black cables stacked on top of what looks like more orange hose. Something's going on back there. We've got a fire blanket right above the thing that's likely to catch on fire, so that's a clever place to put that. We have a fire extinguisher unmounted, or it could be mounted, but still in its wrapper. Right in front of the thing that is likely to catch on fire. That's interesting. See, if it was me, I'd be putting this stuff either in the cab or in the back of the van, towards the back of the van, because this is what's going to catch on fire, isn't it? Let's be honest. Your pressure washer is going to catch on fire. You want to go to the area of the van that's furthest away from the fire to grab the fire extinguisher in order to put the fire out, surely. I have used 2 extensions and a 50 meter reel on the school I look after. Massive school, 1 tap. Fair enough. That's a 110 volt cable. Just going back to what you're talking about my van again. Okay. Are we not better off using leisure batteries instead of spillable spillable batteries, they'd be a lot safer, especially less risk acid leaks, and much easier maintenance, potentially. I don't really know the difference. How do I get in the Discord server? McDeckers. If you're interested in joining the little community that we've got here, on any of my videos, you can go underneath and click the join button, or you can go in the description of my main YouTube channel and click on this membership button here. It does cost some money. There is a monthly fee. It's about £5 a month to join. So it's up to you whether you think the investment is worth it or not. I think, I mean, based on everyone else's experience that's been in the Discord, everyone has had nothing but good things to say. So lots of people have found it incredibly helpful. It's not just me in there. There's like 400 other members that are there to help and share ideas and stuff as well. So am I spelling excellent right? I have no idea. Okay, the poll is open if you want to rate Daz's setup. I have an extinguisher in the side, the back, and the front. He's thought of everything, hasn't he? He's thought of everything. There's me with my single fire extinguisher. I don't even know where it is. No, I think it's in the cab. Is it in the cab? Actually, I have no idea where it is. Should probably get on that, shouldn't I? Right then. Shame we can't see more of the van. Has he posted any more images since we've been chatting? No. No, he hasn't. Oh, it could be this one. Is it this one? I don't think that's Daz's van. Okay. We are swiftly making our way through these van setups. Vote down below to rate Daz's van. I'm going to give this one. We haven't got a full context here. We've not got a full perspective. From what I can see so far, it's good. It's good. There's a lot going on. There's a lot in there. I'm not sure how I'd feel about all this different stuff going on. There's a lot going on. A lot of stuff floating around. Not too sure. Right then. We've seen Dusties. The low pressure hose makes it a 12 by 10. 12 over 10? What? Not sure what that means. Let's end that poll. End that poll. Daz, no one called your setup ugly. That is an achievement. We're getting fewer and fewer votes every time. Does that mean I'm going faster or people are losing interest? Who knows? Who knows? We're going to keep steaming through. We've only got a few left. Mills has sent us a video. This is Mills. What were we talking about earlier? Why did he send a video again? I can't remember. We've got solar panels on the front. He's got stitched. He's got his own stitched. He's got a fridge. He's got a freezer with his ice creams in. That is nice. Although there's quite a lot going on here. Big Boy V3. That looks nice. I've never seen one of them before. Oh, he's got his Jackery, look. He's got his power supply unit. And that's coming from your solar panels, is it? And Mills, if you're still here, your solar panels are charging the battery on this. And is that maintaining that fridge constantly? Because if it does, that's impressive. Or do you have to charge that up every night? If your solar panels charge this up enough to maintain your fridge every day, that's pretty cool. It means we could have a fridge in the van. We've got a fridge very similar to the one you've got there, but we've got it in a unit. Solar panels maintaining fridge freezer all the time. And it does the pumps. Which Jackery is that? You've got everything. You've gone all out. You have invested. You've invested in your equipment. We've got a Gutter Vacuum Systems Dosatron. We've got some window cleaning, some nutty window cleaning setup going on. We've got some carbon fibre vacuum poles. We don't need the music. We've got what look like powered hose reels as well. Does that mean the Jackery? That's the Jackery 3000. How much are the solar panels? Good question. And you've got all your little squibbers and your bits on the back door. It's a shame we can't see these in full. These pictures in full, because I'd like to stop and have a look at all these. Let's let me play that video again. I'm gonna leave this playing in the background. I love the fridge idea. I definitely love that. The one thing I will say is there's a lot going on. It looks very crowded in there. Not a lot of room for activities. Like if you had to do like a repointing job or something, if you had to get some sand in there, or your other bits and bobs, it doesn't look like you've got much room to manoeuvre. Charlie asked if you will rate her new van when it's been wrapped for cozy and clean. I would love to. Oh, Carly, sorry. I thought you were talking about Charlie from PWSAS. Carly, I will. I absolutely will. I would love to. It would be my honour. Big 400 watt solar panels are around 80 quid. The 100 to 200 ones you buy from Jackery are 100 to 200 quid. Okay. So are you saying you're better off getting 400 watt solar panels for 80 quid instead of buying them from Jackery? Is that what you're saying, Daz? I can put my jet wash in, just take the air fryer and fridge out, but I don't do much pressure washing at all. Crazy that you've got an air fryer and a fridge in your van. Do you use it all often? I'm assuming you use the fridge regularly, but do you use the air fryer often? You could have a kettle and all sorts in there, couldn't you? See, you've got your van hooked up down here now. See, this is curious to me. This is curious, right? You've just said, correct me if I'm wrong, you've just said the solar panels power the battery enough to maintain that fridge constantly. However, you've got your van plugged in here. What's that plugged into and why? That's for my immersion heater, the 2 kilowatt heat for the water. Right. So you've got your, yeah, I saw that. So you've got your van, you've got your tank wrapped. So this water tank is insulated. So you've got insulation wrap on there to keep it warm. So you're warming it up overnight, presumably, and then you're keeping it warm throughout the day so that you've got hot water on the windows. Is that right? And you wouldn't be able to do that from this power supply unit because it wouldn't give you enough. It wouldn't give you 2 kilowatt to do the immersion heater. And is that immersion heater, is that dropped into the tank or is that screwed into the side of the tank? And if you can tell me which immersion heater you've got, that'd be cool, because I'm interested in having an immersion heater fitted for the winter. and I'm not sure whether that's a very efficient way of doing it, but you know, all our vans sort of need to defrost during the winter, and we need to keep them at a certain temperature to stop the pumps expanding, like freezing and expanding, and stop all of our hoses and lines freezing. It could be I don't know if it's an efficient way of doing it, but heating the water tank overnight so that your big water tank, our big 650 litre water tank, acts as a big radiator for the entire van. That could be good. It could be a massive waste of energy, I don't know. It's a 2 kilowatt immersion heater installed into the side at the bottom. Right. So it's like permanently installed. Good to know. Good to know. You can vote on... Mills, did you put any pictures in the chat? Or is it just the YouTube video? I'm just going to check for any photos from Mills just before we move on. No, just that one, which is fine. Absolutely fine. Good video showing off everything. You can vote down below for Mills's... We've lost our music. We have lost our music. It costs about £1.20 overnight with a cheap rate, 6 hours heat. Oh, you get 6 hours heat from that once it's heated up. Diesel heater is probably the most efficient way of heating the van. The diesel heaters scare me. Isn't it like an open flame in the back of your van? If we've got like fuel tanks and stuff. Diesel heaters sort of scare me. Or is it like a glow plug that's got like a fan behind it or something? What do you use now? An oil-filled radiator. I empty all the hoses out and make sure all the lines are clear of water so that water can't expand in the pump and the triggers and stuff. And then I put an oil-filled radiator inside. Very inefficient. Lots of ways for all that hot air to escape, but it just keeps the frost out. It's enough to just keep the frost out. Right. See, Mills' setup is somewhere between excellent and good for me. I like some aspects of it, but then other aspects just seem quite chaotic and cramped for me. But a lot of you agree. So 70% say excellent, 20% say good, 10% of you with 10 votes. So one of you have said that it looks ugly. I think that might be the same person from earlier. So we'll ignore that one because I don't think it's right. Right then. We've just got a few more to get through and then we're going to call it a day. If you have a cheap rate electric overnight, there's no cheaper setup for hot water than an immersion heater. And then Daz says you can mount them under the seat or even under the van. Very safe if installed properly. I mean, I'm going to trust Daz on this because Daz is an electrician. Yep, same as that Jakey. 2 in the back of the van keeps it toasty. Right. Be sure. This is an interesting one. We've got B Shaw's van here. Nicely sign written. I think nice and simple. I'd potentially like for the exterior services to be a little bit bigger, just so you can see from a distance what this van is actually advertising. But I like the wave. I like the simple logo. I think it looks good. Nice and clean. All the relevant information on the door. I like it. Right. We have a blurry image, which is a good start. We have a mounted high pressure hose reel. Looks like quite a small one, maybe 30 meters or so, 20-30 meters. A mounted hose reel with what looks like a PWS machine strapped down into the back of the van. so you can still pull this out if you need to, which is nice to have. We've got a buffer tank. We've got a wheelie bin buffer tank. Lots of other room for activities in there by the looks of it. We've got a gardener backpack. We have, ooh, okay. Not sure what I think about these. I think these wooden structures that people build. I saw it in Dusty's van earlier as well. Not a huge fan of the wooden structures, if I'm totally honest with people. We've got, I've done it myself in the past. I didn't like it. So, Alex has got it down here as well. He's got some 2x4s, or whatever the hell they are. Dusty put some pictures in the chat here. Dusty's got some sort of 2x4 action going on along the bottom there. Looks like to hold his soft washing setup in place. Not sure how I feel about these wooden setups. Another blurry image. I don't know how you take 2 blurry images in a row. That is an achievement in itself. I mean, good idea for storing stuff. They definitely work. I just think they're a little bit ugly. So we've got the Panther. We've got the Gardener backpack. We have a Gutter Vacuum Systems pole holder. We've got a Gardener 20 CLX 22 possibly in the back there. Not a lot to say about this van, to be honest. Not a lot to say. It's efficient. It does what you need it to do. Still loads of room for activities. I like the sign writing. I think it's fine. I am going to rate B. How are we spelling Be Sure here? Just Be Sure. I'm getting quick at this now. Vote down below. My van, this is my van by the way, literally day of having it fitted, so it's changed a lot since then, but I don't have any photos, only videos which I can't upload to Discord. I would change a lot too. Blurry as it's from a video, couldn't upload to Discord. Okay, I'm sorry. It is what it is. So you say you've changed a lot since having it installed. I mean, it's not bad, is it? It's not bad. Again, I'd probably change this this feed hose going in over the top. The return hose is fine to go in over the top, but I'd suggest bringing the feed hose down lower if you can. If you can. Right then. End poll. That was only a short poll. 89% of you say good. 11% of you say ugly. We've got an ugly voter. Okay, we've got time for one more. This is the last one. Lewis. Again, not much context going on here. We've not got any side profile pictures of the van or anything like that. We don't know what it looks like on the inside from the side door. All we've got to go by is this single image. I didn't specify. I didn't ask for specific photos or anything like that. So this is all we've got to go by. We've got like an Evolution. Is it an Evolution carry machine? So this is an interesting way of utilizing a carry. I'm wondering if we started with a carry in the back of like a small van or a van, or a small van or a car or something, and now we've upgraded and we've still got the same carry, just mounted into a better, more efficient system that can take up more space. Looks like it looks like this is a buffer tank. The reason I say that is because this machine, because it's mounted on a little carry frame probably doesn't actually need a buffer tank, but there's a buffer tank behind it. And we've also got some water fed poles for the window cleaning, and we've got a big fill hose here. We've got 1, 2, 3 sets of ladders on the roof. Right, last vote of the evening. So the little Evolution Carry, which is quite a unique little machine that we haven't seen yet this evening. We've got some bits mounted on top there. It looks like there's some racking where you can feed some poles through, which is nice. It's all made out of that. Is it Unistrut? Is this called Unistrut? So this could be a home, this could be a self-build. It could be a self-build, because I don't think many suppliers are using Unistrut. I don't think they would. I don't think they'd compete. If there are suppliers out there using the Unistrut stuff, I'm not sure. When you look at what the other suppliers and manufacturers are doing, I don't think they could compete really. It's not as high quality as it. So I'm guessing this is a home build. I like the high-vis reflective stickers on the back for when the doors are open. I do like that. Yeah, that's cool as well. I didn't notice that. I mean, I did notice them, but not enough to comment on them. But you are right. It does. That makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? I like that idea. Yeah. Is that an electric leaf blower? Are you looking at? Oh, you were looking at the other one before this. Where's that other vote gone? Oh, Beeshaw's. You were looking at Beeshaw's. Do you also have a 3/4 inch garden hose running from the source to the tank, or is it only for the connection to the high pressure cleaner? So 3/4 inch hose like this one here. Big 3/4 inch. We've got a 50 meter hose on ours, I think. And yes, so that goes to the customer's tap, and then it plugs into our buffer tank to fill up our buffer tank. The reason we do that is so that it fills up as quick as possible. If you're running 1/2 inch hose, it's going to take a lot longer for your tank to fill. Even if you've got the same water pressure. So if you've got 13 litres per minute running through a, let's say 15. If you've got 15 litres per minute running through a 1/2 inch standard garden hose versus running it through one of these 3/4 inch garden hoses, your buffer tank is actually going to fill up quicker, believe it or not, even though it's the same water pressure. I've tested it on many properties and I stand by my statement. I can't explain the science, but it's true. I think those are X-Line DuPont brushes, pencil jet or rinse bar. I don't see a rinse bar on there. Do the doors not shut in heavy winds with the rear mounted setup? Good question. My doors occasionally shut on the back. My side door never shuts, obviously, but the back doors occasionally do. Yeah, you need to have, I suppose, good locks on the good braces on these doors. Loads of vans have latching rear doors so they don't blow shut. Very true, very true. Right, we're going to end the vote. 78% of you say good. Good. Lewis, 22% say bad. 78% say good. 9 votes. Right, we're going to leave it there for this evening. Thank you all so much for watching. If you haven't already, please feel free to become a member and join the Discord. I think it's well worth it if you're into all this sort of stuff. What should we do next week? Has anyone got any ideas for next week's live stream? We could do logos again. We could roast logos. We could roast flyers. We could just do Q&A stuff. What do you guys actually like? I've never actually asked you. I'm always thinking in the background of what we should do, whether it's having a specific guest on, or we could roast people's sign writing on their vans, uniform, websites. We could do websites, although I'd like to have. Would you guys like to have a website expert as a guest? Shall I see if I can find a website expert and have them look through your submissions, and just straight off the bat we'll spend 5 minutes on each website. This is what's bad, this is what's good, here's the improvements you could make. No? Clive says no. I'll link the brushes in the Discord. There you go. Roast websites, Phil says. Tintin says yes. Get Sid on. I tried to get Sid on. I'm sure I've tried to get Sid on like twice already, and he's not come on both times. Maybe just once, can't remember. Marketing strategies. Maybe. Right. Thanks for the company and all the answers. You're a great person. Have a lovely evening. Gasper. Thank you. Very kind words. Have a lovely evening, everyone. And I will see you next week. Jump in the Discord if you ever need any help. We're always there. I'm always watching. I might not always respond to everyone, but I'm always watching.